Put your hands up high, up to the sky, and everybody go and say yeah. It's a brand new style in a brand new way. Baby, it's your boy Don J.
All right, everybody, welcome to the gig. On today's show, we are featuring Don J here, also known as Dhananjaya, who just carried me away entirely to a different place with his fabulous vocals. And we'll have a good time getting to know who he is and what his music is all about. Dhananjaya, welcome to the gig. And on behalf of everybody here in the team and those who are watching, thank you for being with us today.
Sure, it's my pleasure being here as well.
Super, it's good to see you. Now, the audience might be wondering who this is because it might be a new face. Maybe not so much to some people, but I guess for some others it might be. So, can you just tell me who is Dhananjaya? And I've also heard that his stage name is right about
It's Don J.
Don J.
Yeah.
Don J. So it's DAWNJ.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So Don J. Dhananjaya. Who are these two people?
Okay, basically, when I started music in Sri Lanka in 2005, I was just Dhananjaya doing music for Sri Lanka, like solely just for Sri Lankan market. But once I went to Singapore, like I started listening to many other genres of music, and so I wanted to like create a name that caters to everyone, not just Sri Lankans, because Dhananjaya is like a bit hard for them to pronounce as well. So when my record label mentioned like come up with a name that represents you, I was thinking like from the Dhananjaya I was and the new Don J is two different people, because it's a total different direction of music. So it's like a new beginning, new dawn. So I went with the name Don J. That sounds similar to Dhananjaya as well.
Okay, well that explains it all. Right. From now on, I'm gonna call you Don J. Okay, or just Don. Okay, Don. So you said you started your music here, and then you went to Singapore in 2005.
2005.
That's a long time, 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost.
5 years. Okay. So what took you to Singapore in the first place?
Basically, after my A levels, like I was looking for my further studies, but unfortunately, I was not like blessed to be in a engineering faculty in Sri Lanka. So I was looking for overseas colleges, and I got enlisted in a polytechnic in Singapore. So like, I wanted to go there and do my engineering studies because that's basically my dad's dream.
Right.
Before doing that, I started working on an album with a friend of mine from my college background. So just before the day that I flew to Singapore itself, I finished recording my album, a 13-track album titled Innocence.
Okay. Okay, so that was your first album, right? And what are we hearing now? So that's also your first album.
Yeah, all these 13 tracks was written by me, and a couple of songs like Ride With Me, Castle of My Dreams, Campus Lullaby, Raj Viseve Pinisai, like few tracks I released on radio, and it was well received by the people during that time.
So after completing the album, you went to Singapore with the album.
Not exactly. What happened was like that album was targeted for Sri Lankan audience.
Right.
So what I did was like just before I fly to Singapore, I finished all the recordings and everything and handed my CD to my friend, because that was a duo album, like me and another friend called Tilina Hatiarachi. Like two of us were the partners in the band that time, and I handed over everything to him to get it like to the record label and get everything done, and I flew to Singapore.
Right. So brand new start in Singapore. You went to study engineering. I mean that's a whole new dimension altogether. Music and engineering. Okay, so you were all alone, just by yourself in Singapore. How did it all start off, and how did you manage to get music into the academics, into what you were doing in Singapore in the university?
Okay, basically, since my childhood, I was like pretty much musically inclined. Like I used to, like I remember during my O-level days with my best friends, like we used to like compose music. Those days, like we used to call ourselves front row boys because we used to always sit in the front row in the class. So we just call ourselves front row boys.
Oh
And
wow.
we used to compose music, like original tracks on our own.
In the front row.
Yeah.
Okay.
So since then, I had the whole music vibe going on.
Right.
But as everyone knows, like Asian parents, they want their sons to be engineers or doctors, and so my dad's dream was always to see me as an engineer.
Okay, I'll stop you there. So, are you saying it's not your passion to be an engineer? Or you enjoyed partly?
Yeah, actually, because even though I do it in a sense like I'm trying to fulfill my dad's dream, I still love doing engineering because currently I'm studying like robotics, and during past 2-3 years I've been like competing for robotic games and Singapore robotic games, and like yeah, I'm doing pretty well with that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I mean, even if it is not exactly your dream, if you were not bright enough, I don't think you could survive this far. Right, Don. Okay, so that's great. So that's your academic life. So university, how did you get everybody to just start listening to your music? And you said you, in a brief introduction, you said that you started DJing. How did you get into that?
Okay, when I went to Singapore, like initially I was doing a higher diploma in electronics engineering in Republic Polytechnic, Singapore. Good thing about the Polytechnic is like even though I was doing an engineering degree, there were a lot of opportunities for me to like get involved in media and arts. So those days I used to like learn a little bit of filming, learn a little bit of like music composing, everything, and somehow I started learning DJing under the Polytechnic.
Okay.
And
learning DJing.
Yeah, learning DJing. Then in 2006 there was a competition called Heineken Studio 2006. It's basically a DJ plus music production competition where like you had to produce a song and you had to perform that song in a 15-minute set, like as a DJ. So I was one of the DJs who was like DJing and singing at the same time. So during the workshops and the performances, like some of the judges, like I managed to get a lot of contacts, and through those contacts, like they helped me a lot in learning more music and like opening myself to more genres of music.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how I came into like the whole music scene in Singapore.
Okay, Don. Right now, I'm really tempted to ask you to share a little bit of that act that took you to the masses in Singapore with the audience here. Just a few lines of the song that made you, like, made people turn their heads. Oh, this is Don J.
Oh, it has been a long time, so I'll try to do best.
Okay. Thank you.
The song is called Boa.
Boa.
Yeah, it's like Boa.
Oh, Boa.
It's like, it goes like this. Up in the club tonight, we're just chilling, sipping my booze, I'm all up in it, watching you dance, damn girl, I'm feeling sexy when you're dancing, feeling you right, I'm high tonight, shake it girl, shake it, get crunk tonight, your temptation's kind in the dance for lights, our eyes met when you were glancing, baby girl, just grind it low, move it slow, girl, don't stop till the break of dawn, feel the flow, take control, girl, I just want you as for girl, your hot body moving like whoa. Why your jeans so hanging so low?
Okay, done. Oh my God, that was excellent, Don. But I'm just itching to ask you, who wrote the lyrics?
Actually, I did.
You did.
Yeah. Because anyway, I was like doing a track for the DJ set, so it has to be a bouncy track that everyone.
I'm telling you, it got me bouncing. And that's excellent. But the thing is this, when I talked to you first, you appeared to be, such a sweet, modest guy, which is excellent. There's nothing wrong with that. But I like these two images. I really like these two images. You have anything to say? Like, do you have multiple personalities or something?
No, nothing like that. It's just that even my record label guys, like they used to say, most of the songs that I write are like pretty much emo, like you're already emo guy and all that. But once in a while I try to like write songs that are like, totally out of the emo scope.
Right.
Like totally bouncy and people would, jump up and down kind of songs.
All right, we certainly have a bouncy Don here. Stay with us, and we'll be right back after the break.